Well, so Black Church in Charlotte, North Carolina held a rally a couple of weeks ago where church members all endorsed Donald Trump. Now, it's against the rules for a church to endorse, but there are members of the church who actually endorse. The church is Antioch Road to Glory International Ministries, based in Charlotte, North Carolina. And so, again, they had that huge rally there. There were a number of folks who were there from the Trump campaign, including Laura Trump. You see the photo we have here. This was her speaking at that particular event as well. And so joining us right now to talk about that, Laura is Trump's daughter-in-law. Quote, the church is led by Pastor Thomas Rogers, and most of our Albans congregation is said to be behind the church's decision. Here's some of the video from there.
It's not about upsetting anyone. It's not about choosing sides. It's about change. The church right now, we have full support. No one has been asked to vote or swing one way or the other.
The world needs to change. America needs change. And I think because he's not right-wing or not left-wing, he's not liberal. And he's a business-minded person. And I think the Democratic Party would be a major disaster right now.
You've seen African Americans actually waking up and making decisions is different. For 52 years, this church feels like the Democratic Party has failed them.
All right, folks, joining us right now, the church's executive secretary and the pastor's daughter, Katrina Rogers. She supports her father's decision. We also have Pastor Rogers here. Welcome to News One Now.
Thank you, Mr. Martin.
Question for both of you. First of all, have either one of you actually met with Donald Trump?
We have not met with Mr. Donald Trump personally at this time, but we have been engaged through his North Carolina State Director, Mr. Earl Phillips.
Listen to that video there, Apostle Thomas Rogers. You said that you're supporting him for change. Like what? What specifically?
Well, it's very specifically in the book of Numbers, chapter 15, verse 24 to verse 29. There is an ignorant spirit among our people. And as God sent Moses to help them go to the promised land, there was some resentment. Mr. Martin, we have the largest penal system in the world. We have the largest homeless population in the world. We had more gangbangers in Chicago, California. So what my aims and objectives is to seek dual citizenship from the United Nations.
Whoa, I'm sorry. I got a question for you. You talked about our prison population. I have not heard a single speech from Donald Trump that was specific to how we deal with mass incarceration in the United States. So if that's one of the reasons why you're supporting him, he's never even spoken on it. Why would you back him if he's never even addressed it?
My aims and objective is that when the United States was set up by America, it was the people that govern, and the president, he is a leader. I think that we African Americans need a vision. The Bible says in Proverbs 28:19, where there's no vision, the people perish.
I understand that, sir, but when you say there's no vision, the people perish, but Donald Trump has not offered a vision for the people to even pay attention to. Literally, like I said, Katrina, maybe you can answer the question for me. I have not heard Donald Trump give a single speech on mass incarceration in this country. You have 10% of all HBCUs right there in North Carolina. I have not heard an HBCU plan from Donald Trump dealing with North Carolina. As I just said to Ashley Bell, voter suppression. You have one of the worst voter suppression laws in North Carolina right there. I have not heard Donald Trump condemn that, so I'm trying to understand what is the rationale, what the reasoning for you and your church endorsing Donald Trump when he has not spoken on any of these issues.
Mr. Rowland, in all due respect, quite frankly, you're quite factual in some of that.
I'm factual in some of it or all of it? Because I'm factual in all of it.
As far as saying all of it. What we're doing, we're repositioning ourselves. And instead of letting the politician come to us with the policy, we actually went to the politician this time with the policy.
But here's the problem, Katrina. You just said you haven't even met with Donald Trump. So
exactly. But I've been working through the protocols of his chain commanders that was speaking with his officials, Earl Phillips, and those of the Trump campaign that's here in North Carolina. They've been our vehicle as far as trying to get this information in front of him, and so we can move forward on making sure the same thing that most Democrats have done. I mean, it's been in their hands for a long time. Our voice and people, we dealing with these issues under a Democratic majority now. So,
but
we're
that's
not waiting
actually
for politicians to come through us to.
But Katrina, let me correct you. First of all, in your state, you have a Republican governor, a Republican legislature.
Certainly.
Okay, right now in Congress.
I'm talking about overall.
No, Katrina, you're wrong. Right now, Republicans control 31 of the 50 governor's mansions in the country. Right now, Republicans control a majority of the state legislatures. Right now, the Republicans control the U.S. House and the U.S. Senate. So when you say we have Democrats are running the country, that is factually incorrect.
Well, Democrats have been in a majority since 1964 moving forward.
Where?
Everywhere throughout America.
That is simply not true. 1964, Democratic president. 1968, Republican was elected. 1972, Republican was elected. 1976, Democrat was elected. 1980, Republican. 1984, Republican. 1988, Republican. 1992 and 96, Democrat. 2000 and 2004 were Republicans. 2008 and 12, Democrats. What you're saying is factually incorrect, but I'm still trying to understand. Again, if you say you want change, and you mention criminal justice, and you mention other issues, I'm just trying to understand, what did you put before the Trump campaign that caused your church to say, we want to endorse Donald Trump en masse? Apostle Rogers.
Yes, sir, thank you. As I stated earlier, the Bible says, where there's no vision, the people perish. We politicians, we mean well. But there are some people out here that have a better plan for God's people. We have in our portfolio today to take a great plan to Mr. Trump.
What's the plan? What's in your plan?
Dual citizenship. The right to return to hit the New Africa, 4,000 miles of highways, all over from the Indian Ocean into the Atlantic Ocean, creating jobs for young people.
One second, Pastor Rogers. You just said building a highway from across the Atlantic Ocean to the Indian. You said
Indian Ocean.
You said building a highway from the United States to Africa.
No, I know better than that. You both.
No. I'm trying to. You said across the Indian Ocean.
No, from the Indian Ocean to the Atlantic Ocean, a place where we came from. And in the United Nations Charter, there's a thing called place to return. So we African Americans, after next year, whoever gets in, we say we'll have homeless people and unemployed people, gangbangers, prison population. So it's up to us to bring forth leadership from the cloth.
So you believe that Donald Trump is going to endorse this?
I hope he will. I believe he will.
So this was the basis of your endorsement of Donald Trump?
Business minded, yes, business minded.
Okay.
When Moses went down to Egypt, he did not argue with Pharaoh. He spoke 5 words. Pharaoh, let my people go. We will not benefit under no party. We need a home.
But I got to ask you this question. Donald Trump ran a casino company that lost $1 billion worth of value in a decade, while he made $39 million. He's filed for bankruptcy on 4 different occasions. He has stiffed a number of small business owners when it comes to paying them for their services. And so when you say he's been a successful businessman, that's the kind of person you want running the country, Katrina? Somebody who has stiffed small business owners, who ran a casino company into the ground, who filed for bankruptcy on 4 different occasions?
Listen, Mr. Martin, in all due respect, we are not here as a radical political group. We are not here trying to change anybody's mind. We took a stand on to what our position were, especially coming from the Christian world. We would like to see changes made. We are actively involved in that dialogue. And so we're putting a challenge out there to everybody, both Republican and Democrat, to use this time to use their voice as a currency and to wager our voice to each of the candidates to make sure that our cause be heard, both on the Democratic side and the Republican side.
Okay. All right. Apostle Rogers, Katrina Rogers, we appreciate you joining us.